Call this meeting to order. Board of Commissioners, now 4 o'clock or 1600 hours. The meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners is called to order, and in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners was provided in the following manner: published in the Press of Atlantic City and mailed to the Current and the Hamilton Gazette, and has been posted on the bulletin boards in the county office building in Atlantic City, the Stillwater building in Northfield, and the county clerk's office in Mays Landing. This time we'll have an opening prayer. Does anybody have the prayer? If not, I will. Okay, all right. And after the prayer, let us have a moment of silence in her memory of Peg Shanker, who is the mother of Art Shanker, and let's have a moment of silence after the prayer. Thank you.
Dear Lord, I pray that you guide us always, satisfy the needs that need to be met during this meeting, and strengthen us to make wise decisions for the betterment of our Atlantic County community. Amen.
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 All right, please rise with me to salute the flag of our country. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Chairman, Commissioner Ruffio is unable to attend today, and Commissioner Days is attending virtually. Bertino,
Here.
Burns,
Here.
R. Days, C. Days, Kern,
Here.
Parker,
Present.
Schenker,
Here.
Grizzly.
Here. Okay. The first order of business is the adoption of 2 sets of minutes. First set of minutes was from the December 16th meeting. So at this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Move.
Second.
Any discussion on those minutes? If not, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Here.
Parker, Parker,
Yes.
Schenker, Grizzly.
Yes. We've also been given the minutes from our reorganization meeting on January the 6th, 2026, and I will entertain a motion to adopt those as well.
Move.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Abstain.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes. I have a couple of things I'm required to read here. The Board of Commissioners will continue to utilize a consent agenda format for the sections of the agenda that the commissioners do not feel need additional discussion from the board and are not contested. This consent agenda allows our meetings to run more efficiently and productively so that we can spend additional time during the meeting discussing other important issues that are not as routine. If any commissioner wishes for additional discussion on any resolution or would like a resolution to be pulled from the consent format to be individually addressed for any reason, please advise and we will do so. For the public, prior to the roll call on any resolution or group of resolutions, you will continue to have an opportunity to comment if you wish to do so. Anyone attending in person who would like to speak regarding an agenda item or at public comment, please come to the podium, speak into the microphone, state your name and the town where you reside. You will be provided up to 3 minutes to speak. If you are attending virtually and would like to speak, please raise your hand during the agenda item or at a public comment at the end. I will call upon your name and request to unmute will be sent. Please state your name and the town you reside. You will be provided up to 3 minutes to speak. Okay. First thing on our agenda today is a happy thing that we get to do. We get to confirm different members to different boards. And today we have Dr. Harvey Kesselman, who has come forward and has agreed to serve on the Atlantic Cape Community Board of Trustees. Would you come forward and address the board? Thank you.
First, let me preface my remarks by congratulating the newly elected commissioners and also thanking the other commissioners who have been here for their continued service. Let me begin with that. Now that I'm retired, having served nearly 50 years at Stockton, and I've had 5 or 6 months off, I really am excited about the possibility of joining the Atlantic Cape Community College Board of Trustees. As those who do know me, have actually a very, very long history working with Atlantic Cape Community College and the community college sector in general, and have an incredible amount of respect for that sector. And I am a longtime resident of Mays Landing, again, nearly 50 years. I have served on school board. I've served on township committee, and I want to get re-engaged with the Atlantic County community. The last few years of my presidency, and I know Commissioner Days can confirm this, I was involved in a lot of statewide issues, so I'm very, very happy to be able to do more, be involved locally. And so that's my remarks. If you have any questions, since this is your interview with me, I'm more than willing to answer them.
I'd just like to say,
Please.
I had the privilege of serving as a trustee for Stockton for a number of years, and when you were at the helm. And we've had a great relationship, did great work, love education, a stalwart
Thank
in
you.
the field of education. You'll be a tremendous asset to ACCC, and I'm really grateful that you're taking that position.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
I echo the same comments, Harvey. We're very fortunate, first of all, to have you involved in education so many years that it was a career, but it was a passion for you. And I think those of us that served with you and worked with you in the past, this is a great opportunity not only to continue your legacy of education excellence, but also to bring that gratitude that helps support the trustees. So I'm looking forward to that too.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for putting the time on now to serve at this level too as well.
I certainly would like to thank you, and the entire board thanks you for coming forward and volunteering your time. You know, the gift of time is the most precious gift of all. The decisions that you'll be making will be a large one, because you'll be involved with the selection of a new president for the college. Because Dr. Gobb, I believe, is ends, and her term ends in June, I believe.
Right. End of
So,
June. Right?
Yeah, end of June. So that'll be a major decision to make. And I know that you'll participate and you'll make the right decision.
Thank you, sir.
So again, thank you for coming forward and serving.
I've known 6 of the 9 presidents of Atlantic Cape
There
Community
you go.
College, so.
Very good.
Mr.
Thank you.
Chairman, just really briefly, same thing everyone said. I look forward to working with you, continue to work with you as an educator and as the chair of Education and Schools Committee. We'll definitely be in touch. And as our chair said, ACCC is going to be getting new leadership. And I know they put out something to the public for the public's assistance, and they want to hear what the public has to say about who they believe or what kind of leader they believe should be taking the helm. So I look forward to engaging in those conversations with you.
Thank you. Likewise.
And Chairman, if I may just add a couple comments.
Go ahead, Commissioner Days.
Another educator.
Yeah, Harvey, all I can say is fantastic. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much for stepping up and continuing to serve our community.
Thank you. Good to see you, by the way.
It's great to be seen, from a distance, but thank you.
Hope you feel better, Rich. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. I'll entertain a motion to move
So move.
32 to the top of the agenda. Thank you. Been moved in second. Any discussion?
Get to work.
All right.
Lynn, thanks all of you for getting me out of that.
All in favor of moving 32 to the top of the agenda? Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now, Let's vote on resolution number 32.
Appointment of Dr. Harvey Kesselman to the Atlantic Cape Community College Board of Trustees to fill an unexpired term to expire on November 1st, 2027.
Moved.
Second.
Moved and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll open the meeting up to the public to speak on this particular topic and this particular topic only. Hearing none. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
R. Days,
Yes.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Absolutely.
Risley.
Yes, yes. Thank you and congratulations.
So much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to our resolutions. These were all discussed in the Budget Committee, and the Budget Committee recommends, of course, approval of these resolutions that have to do with funds. So with that, Madam Clerk, would you please read number 14?
Grant application and acceptance from the State of New Jersey Division of Mental Health and Addiction Services for the Medication Assisted Treatment Grant, amount not to exceed $603,984.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion on number 14. Hearing none, any public discussion on resolution 14? Hearing none. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
R. Days,
Yes.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes. Okay. All right, we'll entertain a motion at this time to adopt resolutions 15 to 20, which
Move.
is our professional service agreements. Thank you.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Any public comment on resolutions 15 to 20? Hearing none. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
R. Days,
Yes.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes. Thank you. Moving on, our competitive contracts. I entertain a motion to adopt numbers 21 to 25.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion? Any public comment on 21 to 25? Regarding 21 to 25?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Steve Young, Atlantic City. And I'm here about the Atlantic County Justice Facility. And I know some of these are agreements and contracts is about that facility. And there's been a lot of calls as well as complaints that's been coming to us from the National Action Network from the facility. And these are some of the agreements that I see is affecting the human rights that's being violated there. One is the Atlantic County Justice Facility with tablet services. We're hearing that all they're sharing tablets. There's not that many that's there. I don't know how many you're saying is going to be in this competitive contract. And we get an answer to that. How many are you going to be providing in this contract? How many more?
Mr. Federico, could you answer that?
Warden Kelly's here. I can.
Oh,
Oh, perfect.
perfect. The warden's on the line.
Yeah.
I don't want.
How you doing, Steve? This will be 1-for-1, which we don't have now. So when this is awarded, every inmate will have access to a tablet. We're about 1-for-3 on a good day with we're switching vendors, and this will be a 1-for-1 ratio per the spec.
So at this current date, what's the ratio at this current date?
About 1-for-3.
So they're sharing,
They're sharing
Every
tablets. Yes. Yep.
and this would eliminate that problem?
Absolutely.
Thank you. The other one is the food service. Horrible complaints about the food service there. Is this the same agreement that was done last year and the year before? Or is the food going to change? Is there any input for any changes in the food?
The county has been using Aramark. Yes, that's true. Warden, would you like to comment on that?
It's Aramark. The menus are coordinated from a registered licensed dietitian. We did bump up the cost on these trays. These are about 68 cents a tray more than what we currently pay. We've made a lot of changes on the menu that are rolling out with Aramark, and we've worked very closely on this spec. I believe the inmates should like it better. I mean, no one's ever said, "Boy, this is the best meal I ever had in my life" in the county jail or any county jail that I know of. But we meet the standards we have to meet, and it's better for my administration to not get besieged with food complaints. We take them seriously. We look at them. We picture the trays and make sure that the portions are correct. And this is a new 5-year deal with Aramark, and it's at a higher cost, which equates to a better product.
Was there any input from the people that's affected the most that's eating these foods? Any inmates or anybody, any comments, or did they have any input on their requirements, recommendations?
When we have our dorm rep, tier rep meetings, we take into consideration their issues with the food, and we address them. And then when we were coming up with the spec, and we had decided what we wanted, that was put into the spec. Now that it's going to be awarded, it's our existing vendor, and the regional manager Aramark knows what I expect from him on this. I honestly, I get complaints about everything. I haven't got an inordinate amount of food complaints in a while, and I get complaints, and I address them all, or send them out to the unit that has to go and investigate that. But I mean, anecdotally to say the food is bad, I don't know. I'm not seeing that, Steve. And you know how to get a hold of me. You've been out here several times, and if you have something more specific, you're more than welcome to contact me.
Thank you very much, and I'll save the rest of my comments on the public portion. But I do look forward to meeting with you, Warden, and as well as if you have a committee of the commissioners, we look forward to meet with them as well as taking a visit there so we can see for ourselves. So I'll save the rest of the comments for the end. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other comments regarding any of the resolutions 15 to 20? I'm sorry, 21 to 25? Hearing none, sensing a readiness to vote. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
R. Days,
Yes.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt and combine and adopt resolutions 26 and 27.
Second.
Thank you. Been moved and seconded. Any discussion by the governing body? Any public comments on these two resolutions? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
R. Days,
Yes.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes. Okay. I entertain a motion to combine and adopt numbers 28 to 31.
Second.
Any discussion on these resolutions? Any public comment on these resolutions, 28 to 31? Hearing none? Roll call.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
R. Days,
Yes.
Yes.
C. Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, if I may,
Yes.
I guess I should have said this earlier, on any of the personnel changes that we have within our court, if we could just have them contact our personnel committee beforehand, so that the personnel committee can have an opportunity to be aware of those decisions.
What are you getting at exactly? I'm just to
Well,
understand what your
Well,
question
I'm
is.
getting at, you know, we have these committees, we have personnel committee, we have a governance committee for municipal
Right.
board. The communication between the committee and the municipal court has not been the best. I'm asking for it to improve so that we can send a message to them to let them know that the personnel committee would like to be informed ahead of time, just to be able to look over personnel, whatever
Okay.
personnel decisions are going to be made, so that we're informed before we arrive at the meetings, before it comes out in the packet.
Agreed. No, I understand what you're saying now. Agreed. We can address that internally here, I'm sure. All right,
Thank you.
thank you. All right. Madam Clerk, no, I'm sorry. I want to entertain a motion to combine and adopt 33 to 35 appointments.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any discussion by the members of the governing body here? I'd just like to mention that we're certainly grateful for their service. It's good to see Dennis Toohey Jr. on that list as well. A lot of people don't know, but his father was the solicitor here for many, many years, 13 years, in fact. And he was our board solicitor and did one great job, particularly when we were investigating voter fraud. He was a big help to me in writing that report years ago. So it's good to see that his son is here, and we certainly want to thank Mr. Hackett and Peter Hagan and Judy Turner to the Library Commission. These are all volunteer positions, and we can't say enough and thank enough for those folks that are serving. So with that, any public comment on those resolutions? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
R Days,
Yes.
B Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes. Madam Clerk, please read number 36.
Resolution urging the governor of the state of New Jersey to declare a state of emergency for Jersey Shore beaches, sponsored June Burns and Michael J. Raffio.
Second.
Move to second. Any discussion?
Yes, please. So this is in support of our shore municipalities to have the opportunity to apply for money for beach replenishment without the governor declaring us, our shore communities, a state of emergency. We're not eligible to apply for any money, to receive any money. We were contacted by Mayor Sarah, both Michael Ruffio and myself, Commissioner Ruffio, to support this. And he's been working with mayors all up and down the shoreline of New Jersey to try and get money to replenish our beaches. So I ask you all for your support.
Absolutely. Any other comments?
I'm going to go out of order if I may, Mr. Chair, just a little bit. We did receive a correspondence from Mayor Sarah, December 22nd, 2025, resolution adopted by the city council of the city of Brigantine requesting a state of emergency and state disaster declaration for the Jersey Shore.
Any public comment on this resolution? Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Creed Poe, Gastel Manor. Happy New Year, everybody, and
Same to you.
congratulations for the new folks and all that.
Am I still considered new? We'll talk about it later.
Andrew, you're always in a special spot. We'll put it that way.
That's what my students say.
And we all mean it in all different ways, but that's where we go. A little bit of concern about this particular resolution. I mean, after all, the new governor has only been governor for
Not yet.
4 hours,
4
and
hours.
30 minutes. And making things sound as though, well, this has been something that's been ignored just seems getting off on the wrong foot. Beach replenishment actually was a project just completed for Atlantic City and Ventnor early last year before some of the other storms. Brigantine had a project completed in 2023. There's been regular replenishment until certain changes in certain occupants of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, and then a budget getting adopted for fiscal year 25 that did not have funding. There is a continuing resolution that needs to be done by the end of this month to keep funding going overall for the government for 2026. So I'm wondering why there would not be a request both of the president to use his various authority that he has certainly not been shy about exercising in areas of disaster relief, but also for Congress to make sure that, since this is the second, I believe, continuing resolution that will be coming up at the end of the month, that they make sure this time to put the beach replenishment money in. I'm not sure which federal law is being referred to. One thing that I saw online basically talked about that you have to show actual damage first, and also that it results in the state winding up paying 1/3 of the cost, which is the usual situation for beach replenishment, as well as being the lead contractor. And that's also why some of these things take a while. So I might suggest respectfully that the board consider tabling this with my remaining 17 seconds, and perhaps also having some sort of informal discussions with the governor's office on the issue, rather than coming out with something that seems a little more less than conciliatory. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak on this topic? Okay. Any other public comment? The board like to comment any further on this, or they're ready to vote?
Thank you. The only comment I'll make on it is, of course, and this is nothing new for the Jersey Shore communities. Beach replenishment programs all along the coastline are vital to keeping our tourism industry and everything in place. I think that the state and federal partners need to be reminded it's okay to send a resolution. I'm going to support this resolution, sending it to them. We may want to have a further discussion if we want to do something additional with our federal partners, and that would be in consultation with Congressman Van Drew, because I know he's heard about this already. I've had the discussion with him already that continuing funding that we've been getting is vital. He doesn't need them. He knows that. He hears it from all the communities at the shore. I don't think holding this up is going to do anything that's going to hurt anything. The governor's new. She's getting a chance to get her feet wet. This isn't a new topic they're going to be hearing of in Trenton. And I think she's should hit the ground running. She's got a good transition team. I know some of the people on her transition team that are recognizing issues here in South Jersey that she'll be supportive of. I don't think she'll view it as anything as confrontational or anything like that. I think it's a reminder. So I'm good with it as is.
Yeah,
I just wanted to say that, my whole district is short, and beach replenishment is important to one. And this cannot just be a one-on and off. We've got to continue to advocate for beach replenishment. And so I think that as long as we are making an ongoing commitment to that, then I'll be favorable.
Thank you. I agree. All I was going to say was thank you very much. And when I spoke with Mayor Sarah, this was the end of December. He was hoping that we would pass the resolution at our reorg meeting, which we couldn't do because at that point our meeting was full. It's all the swearing ins and everything. And I reassured him that we would get it through we would present it to the commissioners at this meeting. But I appreciate everything you say, and we will not just pass a resolution and leave it. We're all 100% for our beach communities, our shore communities, and the tourism that brings in it. And not only that, but your homes, people that choose to live there. So thank you. And thank you to commissioners.
Anyone else like to speak before we vote? Okay. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
R Days,
Yes.
D Days.
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes. To our council, Mr. Warren, we have been informed that we need to add an executive session resolution on this. Can we do this at the end of our meeting, or do you prefer that we do this now?
Yes, Chairman, you can add it on at the end of the meeting if you'd like.
All right, so then we should hold this, moving it until the end of the meeting. All right, I'm comfortable with that as well. All right, moving on then. Reports of special committees of the board. Anyone like to comment on some things? I've got a couple of topics, but go ahead.
Just to be brief, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Solid Waste Advisory Committee had a meeting this past week, and we discussed the new solid waste management plan that they're going to be presenting. They presented it to the board for their review. That is also going to be something we're going to be seeing in committee. I asked them to, we have a committee meeting scheduled for the Solid Waste Advisory Committee for the Commissioner Board. We'll be discussing the issues with it and their new plan moving forward. Just wanted to bring you up to speed with it. So Atlantic County, I think Matt's going to be in to explain it to us at our committee meeting as well. So I asked him to attend, explain it, answer any questions commissioners might have at that time. That's all I have.
Anyone else? Any committee meetings?
If I may, Mr.
Yes.
Chair, from Education and Schools Committee. I've been in conversation with quite a few of our educational partners, with our union leaders here, the ACCEA leadership, the ACCC, ACIT, Dr. Phil Gunther, our administration, and we've been discussing a state of education address for our county to have every year right around this time after reorganization for all of our partners to kind of come together with superintendents, school boards, and discuss what's going on holistically with education in our county and put something together that we can present to not only to this board, but to the county residents on where education is and where we're headed and how we're growing in the same direction. So we know that we can't do all things. You have, each town or school district has its own school board, but if there are things that we can do together, we should sit down at the table and figure out what those things are, how we can help each other and assist each other in education, and how we can, all come together with a collective plan that we can agree on that moves the education in our county forward. But that's something that I've been working on. It's getting pretty close. I think we're just about ready. I've spoken to just about all our stakeholders, and we're getting ready to present something to this board.
Very good. Good. The one thing I did see, I saw a little piece on, I guess it was Facebook or something, about the effort to teach kids again how to handwrite script. And that's so important because, I had to basically teach my two sons how to handwrite. And that's a skill that is necessary. And I don't know why it ever
I'm not mistaken, the governor that just went out before he left in lame duck, he passed to teach cursive.
Yeah, cursive.
Cursive.
That's where I think I saw it. Yes.
From starting in third grade.
Hallelujah.
So that's already,
Yeah.
Teachers, if you haven't heard, it's coming. It was the topic of conversation in our school today. So if, get out some of those old handouts and get ready to start teaching cursive handwriting again.
Has to do with
making a comeback.
Our founding documents were all handwritten. I mean, we need this. Need it. Anyone else have any committee reports like to deliver? I got a couple items. I represent the county on the NARTP, or our technology park, which we're all very, very proud of. They just had their audit completed, reviewed. Again, had an unmodified opinion, which is the top opinion you can have in regards to an audit. The second building should be completed by March. We're excited about that. I've observed the folks that run the NARTP, and I'll tell you something, seeing firsthand, I don't think we could get a better bunch of folks that are as qualified as they are to run NARTP. They just renewed a lease with the Improvement Authority, that building that they're currently in, a 5-year lease. It's $47,000 a year. There's some exciting things going on with air taxis and all the technology that goes involved with that technology. They're also speaking with a gigantic company, which I hope that will prove fruitful, and that's AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. If you don't know, never heard of Advanced Micro Devices, they're a $380 billion company. We're talking about the big time. So there's some exciting things that are going on there, and that's all because we have all of our entities all work together. Now we have CREDA, we have the ACUA, we have all these different entities in the county government, the ACEA, all working together, and it all ties in to promote a new industry for our county. So this is really exciting times to be living here in Atlantic County, and this is building number 2. And I believe the total build out is 7 buildings. So we can have success, and we can have more folks rent space in there and do their technology and utilize what we have here, leverage the tech center with it. We're going to be looking at some nice things down the road for Atlantic County. I did attend an NJAC meeting in Trenton regarding health insurance, a health insurance crisis. And it was an interesting meeting. There was a lot of spirited debate between people, panelists, about the problem we have with health insurance. And it's gigantic, and it's across the board. It's not just the state health insurance plan. It goes beyond that. My insurance now is $2,600 a month to cover my wife, my 2 sons. $2,600 a month. It's insanity. I'm not even on the plan. I'm on Medicare. So it's a tremendous challenge that we face here in New Jersey and across the nation. The last 4 years, we've seen double digits increases. It just cannot go on the way it's going. Some of the recommendations that they talked about was increased transparency, and transparency all the way around between the hospitals, pharmacies, the doctors, the equipment, more transparency. The new governor was there briefly. She spoke. She didn't really have, in fairness to her, she really didn't have much to say on that topic. But it is a big problem. So they did come up with a number of recommendations, and the state of New Jersey, put out, and I'm going to give everybody a copy of this, their death spiral report, which they did in, I believe it was 2025, which really talks about the issue and the problems with health insurance. So that was certainly an interesting meeting. So with that, that's all I have. Anyone else have any other topics?
Mr. Chair, if I can just
Yes.
cycle back to one point, also with the NARTP, one of the discussions that is being had within our committees is the provider of the Wi-Fi. So we may have, I guess the topic that's coming up is we have to decide whether we believe, and I think they've come to their conclusion, that it's a matter of, it's a security issue that we don't have sufficient Wi-Fi out there for the airport, the NERTP, for that entire area. So one of the topics now is possibly going into a third party, looking into a third party relationship where we get a third party provider to come in and provide the power for that area in order to better secure it. So that's another topic that ties into what you were saying.
Okay. Unfinished business, any unfinished business to discuss? Any new business?
New business, I will put out, there are a few things that are going on right now, Mr. Chair. I don't know if we're all paying attention, but we should. The e-bike licensing and safety law
Right.
that was signed. That's been a hot topic here.
Yep.
Governor Murphy signed the landmark e-bike safety and licensing law, requiring all classes of e-bikes to be registered and operated with a valid license issued by the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission. Key provisions include minimum age requirements, I believe it's 15, written vision, road test for non-drivers and license holders, and mandatory insurance. County considerations, potential traffic enforcement adjustments, public safety campaigns, and coordination with local police and compliance timelines. So that's out there. Paid family leave expansion. A bill expanding eligibility for New Jersey Family Leave Insurance, FLI, was signed into law, lowering qualifying hours and broadening coverage for workers statewide. Also, county implications. County employers and contractors will likely need to revise HR policies and benefit communications to align with updated eligibility standards. There's a few more that I won't go into detail with, but we have the public health and vaccine access legislation, State Communities Act, Immigrant Protection Bill and enforcement debate, which is going on, and the governor did not sign that. I'm sure that's going to continue to go on. And then the last was just legislative activity at session start. So the 222nd New Jersey legislature convened with the Democratic supermajority that could accelerate priorities on housing, environment, and taxes. Lawmakers passed dozens of lame duck measures in the session's final days, potentially affecting county funding streams or regulatory frameworks. So I just wanted to put that on everyone's minds, particularly those that are potentially impacting county government.
All right. Written communications and petitions. Is there anything to report? Topics on that one? No? Okay. Moving on then, we're at the public comment portion of our meeting. This meeting is now open to the public for any topic.
Thank you. First of all, congratulations to all those who was elected or selected. Again, I'm Steve Young with the National Action Network, and we've been getting a lot of complaints. And first, I would like to know, is there a Atlantic County Justice Facility Committee or Jail Committee?
There's a joke.
And if there is,
We have a jail committee, yes, sir.
Can they raise their hand who they are? Can they identify? 2, 4, okay. First thing we would like to do is set up a meeting with you guys. And I'll tell you why in a minute. And we know there's issues at the jail. And keep in mind, 80% of the people that's in there have not been convicted. Some people have been waiting over 1.5 years to go to court. In these type of conditions, we want you to hear. Shower mats in showers. Microwave, only one for 48 or more inmates. Need more than just one. Video visit will plug need more than just 2 outlets for 48 inmates. Only have 5 phones for 48 inmates. Need at least 5 more. There's no type of Jumu'ah service. That's Islamic service on Fridays. But they do have church services. That's definitely a violation.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one again? I didn't
Okay.
quite hear you.
Jumu'ah services, prayer services for Muslims and Islam on mostly Fridays, where they pray in unity. There is none. They're not getting that. The 2 flushes in the toilet. Have to be clear on this. Because we got it, we want you to hear it like we got it written. 2 flushes in the toilet is inhumane when it takes more than 15 or more minutes to recirculate the flush again. There shouldn't be 3 people in a room because one may be on the floor and where you urinate at is right there and it splashes. I want to describe this so you can see and feel. Okay. They only give us 1 toilet tissue and 1 soap. We should get at least 2 or more, being that we only get laundry twice a week, other than what we have to wash with our hands. The store prices, commissaries is too high, and it's taken from our communities. The mothers, the children, the grandparents, they haven't been found guilty. And the commissary is so high. You can't even buy your own food if you had it. Okay? They pay $50 a month. Don't get anything in return. What do you do with $50 a month? It's been going on for years. I'm almost finished, if you allow me.
Understand.
And it's taken from our communities at a time when everybody's in poverty. Most of the people that's in poverty is in jail because they can't get out, they can't afford a lawyer. But these conditions are not, shouldn't be, especially to take from our communities. Take it from the children sometimes, $50 a month for rent. Okay. The food is either overcooked or undercooked, and the portions are way too small. We talked about food, $11 million for a food contract, and we're not seeing, and people out there starving. We need to definitely look into what they're eating there and how they're eating and what portions. Okay, and I have 2 more and I'm almost finished. There is no law library, which is very serious. How can they look up what they're doing? We know they have Westlaw, but they need a law library. Some people used to read and they can't use computer. So they need that to look up their cases, find out, so they can work with their lawyers so they can be a better citizen and get out. We need better cleaning solutions. They want to clean themselves, but the showers and the different things like that, it's inhuman. This is just some of the things, and we have several letters and more to come. But we don't want to come up here in this meeting and complain all the time. Dr. Martin Luther King was about solutions, about working together. His birthday was the other day. So let's put his birthday and his works to work together about solutions for these human and civil rights violations. Only way we can do that, we have to communicate with each other. We have to have meetings and we have to see it for ourselves. So that's what we would like to do. The first thing is with that committee, and we would like to have the tour of the facility, and we don't need no dog and pony show like we had in the past. They paint the walls, they make it look good on one part, and the rest is still worse than it's ever been. We would like to see it all. We don't have nothing to hide. This is taxpayers' money, even with the medical. We want to see it for ourselves as citizens. We should have the right to do that. We would like for you to come with us. And we even invited the sheriff to see. So this is nothing that we're making up, but we can only fix this if we're working together. And it's transparency. Again, it's taxpayers' money. And everyone is innocent until they're proven guilty. Dr. Martin Luther King often spoke for the voiceless. So a lot of people in there do not know how to speak for themselves. And that includes the woman as well as the men. And I thank you very much.
Let me respond, sir, by saying that I give you my word that we will meet with you. Okay, we will. We may not agree on everything, but we certainly will. We'll meet with you in the future. We're a little jammed up at the moment because we're debating about a jail as well. the topic of the jail. So, we will reach out to you and set up a time and see if we can have some discussions, okay?
And as well as a meeting with the warden. Can we have a meeting like next week? We don't want to come here and it die down. Next month, be another story. Can we get some time?
We'll see.
Time frame?
Okay.
Work with me, work with us.
We'll do our
to
best.
Solve this problem, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
And Mr. Chair, if I may, so, Mr. Young, just for your information and knowledge, the jail committee is we're in the process of taking tours into the jail as we speak already. I think we're going into our second group of tours that are coming up. And the jail committee meeting has a meeting. So we're on the same page in terms of what you're thinking. There are some challenges that we have in that jail that we're all looking into. And as the chair said, we have, something that we'd love to discuss with you as well about what we're going to do with our jail, because that's a topic of conversation that is pressing, and we're going to have to make some decisions and make them pretty quickly. And I don't know if you heard about, the regional facility that's
Proposed.
that's proposed to be put in Winslow Township at the old Ancora spot with Camden County and Cumberland County. And so from what we're being told, this board has been told, is that that's going to happen either way. No matter what this board says, it's going to go, that jail is going to be built. And the only decision that we have to make is whether we're going to go into that facility as well, have our inmates go into that facility and not have the facility that we have. So some of these problems that you're talking about, we know we have problems in our jail. We know we have things that need work and need attention. But this it's part of a greater conversation at this point that you should know. So I just wanted to put that on your radar. And also for this board's information, Mr. Young brought up Juma prayers on Friday. And so I will say that in the food you also brought up, so I'll connect that piece and say that during Ramadan is going to be coming up soon. And I know that last Ramadan, there was several calls that were made because the inmates weren't being fed at their proper time. So for those who don't know, the Muslims during Ramadan are fasting during the day. So they wake up early in the morning before the sun comes up, and then they eat, and then they don't eat again until the sun goes down later. So if they miss that meal at night, you're almost asking an inmate not to eat for 24 hours. So that's the kind of, things that we can't have within our jail. And we had some of that last year. And I'll say that the officers on the inside were very receptive and took care of situations. We have to make sure that those things aren't happening. Particularly when people are talking about their practicing their religious practices and humanitarian issues. People have to eat. 24 hours is a long time to go without food. So we do have some issues that we need to talk about. We'll talk about all these things when we get into the meeting.
And when is your next meeting?
Jail committee meeting we have a jail committee meeting coming up.
Yeah, but that's
But that's not
the topic you're addressing.
Okay, I understand.
But that's why I said we have a full.
But just keep in mind, it's an emergency situation, especially for the officers, because we're hearing they're short. And when they're short, the mindset of doing too much for less is a problem and an issue. So they're in jeopardy as well, their health and safety as well. And we need to consider that as well. The shorter officers, so they're saying they can't do this. You can't take them out. You can't take them all through the phone, the video call. You can't take them out to the yard. Some of them have been out in the yard, those type of things. So keep in mind, this is an emergency situation, not only for the people that's in there, but the people that has to go home as well as those officers.
Well, you have my word, and you know that the chair is giving you his word. I'll give you mine. That everything I've written down, everything that you said was an issue, and we'll talk offline if there's to make sure that I have the proper list, right? And then during the jail committee meeting, I'll make sure that these topics are part of our agenda and part of our meeting minutes.
And I thank you all for your time and do appreciate it.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak at this time? Yes, Reed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If I may first, for the solicitor question on Resolution 37, Is it anticipated there will be action taken by the board after the closed session? And is this based on something where an entity is suing the county, or the county is looking to perhaps interact with a different entity?
Yes, you can.
Yes, there's no formal action that's it's informational only. It is a suit that is filed against.
Okay. The other, going back to resolution 36, Mr. Chairman, also noticed, but time was limited. It did not include either Senator Booker or Senator Kim in the recipients. Also, in part, going back to my district freeholders' comments. Like I said, the end of the month is the deadline for the new continuing resolution. If you want beach replenishment to be included in the fiscal year, in essence, 26 budget, folks of the same party as the congressman need to communicate with him about voting for the continuing resolution. There's going to be a lot of pressure on him to support it. On the other hand, if he supports it and the money's not there, then again, that's going to be more difficult. And finally, you may want to try to get more clarity on specifically what federal law is being referred to. As I had lifted up earlier, it seemed to, at least the one section seemed to be saying that you had to show actual damage to your particular beach if you're trying to get the emergency aid. But again, that it would be the state, again, providing a third of the money and the state being the lead contractor. So that is not going to be a quick turnaround. If instead we're talking about our folks down Route 9, we're carrying their water, then that's a little bit of a different thing. So I just lift that up for you. Thank you.
Yes, we can certainly add the senators to our resolution. Absolutely. Okay. That basically completes our agenda, but we will entertain a motion now to add resolution 37, our executive session. Thank you. It's been moved and seconded to add to our agenda. Don't need a motion? All right. All right. All right. Madam Clerk, would you please read it?
Resolution authorizing a closed session requested regarding pending or anticipated litigation and/or attorney-client privilege requiring confidential communications.
Okay. Any discussion? Can't have much discussion on this one. So, sensing readiness to vote, Madam Clerk, please call the roll. We had that.
Move and second it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you want? Which one do you want?
I'll take the move.
Thank you.
All right.
Bertino,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
R. Days,
Yes.
C. Days,
I'm gonna recuse myself from this meeting
Kern,
and
Yes.
excuse myself as well. Thanks to you.
Parker,
Sorry. Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes. Okay, motion's approved. We're going to go into executive session, so I'll ask
Everyone who's not involved in this, please leave at this time. All right, we're back on. We concluded our executive session. Do we have anything for the good of the order?
We need a motion to come out.
We need a motion officially. All right. Been moved and seconded to come out of the executive session officially. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Okay. Anything to conclude the meeting? Anything under the good of the order?
If I may,
Yes.
I, on behalf of my family and myself, it's been a really tough week for us. I want to thank all of you up here for your kindness and a lot of the people that are in the room now, people that were in the room earlier, and people, friends and family from all over the county have reached out and with their thoughts and prayers. And really helped us get through a tough time. We're gonna move forward from here, but, you know, it's, when you lose your mom, it's tough. It's a tough day. And I just want to thank everybody. I appreciate you stepping up.
Thank you. Any other comments before we adjourn?
Last for good of the order, I'll say that I attended the MLK event in Atlantic City yesterday, and at St. James A&B Church. The walk was canceled because of the weather, and so we just had the event. I did run over a little bit long for Councilman Shabazz, or I should call him President Shabazz. It went a little bit over, but it was a good affair. It was a good event, and well represented. So just for the good of the order.
Thank you. Anything else before we adjourn? I'll entertain a motion.
So move.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned.